One day we'll have to do an episode that's all about best trilogies in cinema. Thank you very much for joining us in an episode of Film Club. I am one of your hosts, Andy Harrison. To my right, as always, Danny Donaldson.
That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. It's the best.
I know. There's a few candidates. Maybe we should narrow it down to 3. Every single week in Film Club, we invite you along to watch a film with us. We dive into some of cinema's best. We're coming back here to talk it out.
I actually know a contender for the best trilogy.
Go on.
This would be in the top 3. So obviously you got Lord of the Rings, Star Wars,
and
the third would be Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3.
Get out. Get out. Go on. What are we watching this week?
Oh, sorry. Alien 3. No, Ocean's 11.
We should do Alien 3 eventually. We should skip Aliens. We should just do Alien 3.
Fuck. Ocean's 11, Steven Soderbergh. And it's a remake of the original by the Rat Pack, which is like Frank Sinatra and all that. Yes, and it's about Danny Ocean who escapes prison. He's a con artist, he's a thief, and he knows people in the industry, so he gets a crew together, and he's like, I've got a job, we're going to get the casinos, we're going to do this. And then one by one, he collects them. I fucking love how it just collects them one by one, especially Don Shield with his lovely Cockney accent. Don Cheadle, sorry. Goes through, and eventually you have this team, they get the plan, they put the plan in action. Oh, well, actually, no, they do some reconnaissance, then they put the plan in action. And it's about them robbing not one, but 3 of the major casinos, the MGM, the Bellagio, and I can't remember the third one. Begins at M, I think, I don't know.
MGM.
I've already said that.
MGM, Bellagio, and the...
Is it Manta Ray?
The Manta Ray?
No, I'm thinking of something
We're going to call it the Manta Ray.
I'm thinking of someone Bay, aren't I? Mandolin Bay, whatever it's called. The one where you're next to in the Luxor.
Nelson Mandela?
Shut up. So yeah, he actually goes and they do it, and they beat, and they beat the evil Andy Garcia.
So,
ensemble cast.
How familiar were you with this film before this?
I fucking love this film, mate. I've watched it many times.
Many times,
yeah.
Cool.
And the later ones, but this the most. I watched it around Alex's first. Colin came in, he was like, oh, there's a really good film on. I mean, like, what were we watching? We were quite young. He goes, oh, it's Ocean's 11. Oh, what's it about? Just watched it. It's a really good film. And we watched it. It was a really good film. Then from then on, I always had a love for it because of that kind of nostalgia and the fact it was a really good film.
So, my history with it, probably saw it when it came out, I think at the cinemas.
Really?
Maybe when it came out DVD sort of time, very, very early. Like I remember it came out in 2001, so that's about the right age. That feels right.
Space Odyssey.
Talk to you about that later, actually.
Yeah.
I want to go see
there was screenings at the weekend.
I want to go see a film print of it. There's one showing nearby.
Can we go?
Yeah.
All right, okay, anyway.
2001 it comes out, and
Space Odyssey.
there's no Space Odyssey involved here. That would be amazing, a heist in space. Oh, it's almost like they should do it for a Star Wars film. We'll talk about that later as well. So, comes out in 2001, and I saw it then, and I never saw it again.
Really?
Yeah,
no way, really?
Never ever saw it again. And I've never seen sequels. So I've never seen Oceans 12, 13, and obviously coming out soon, Oceans 8 as well.
Yeah, which I think is not tied to these 3 trilogies. I think it's like kind of a little refresh in a franchise, much like Ghostbusters.
The rumour is that it will be tied in.
That's interesting. Okay,
do you want to know the potentially spoilery thing they've hinted at in the trailers?
Yeah, if you don't want to hear this, then close your ears.
There's all speculation, so I don't know if it's for definite. Speculation is that Danny Ocean dead, and it's a revenge heist.
Interesting. But that's just a way to tie it back to the original franchise, and it's just like, we need to get...
No. Well, no. And then, speculation on speculation, maybe the twist at the end, he's alive.
Oh, that'd just be shit. That pissed me off.
You'd love it.
Nah. Anyway, so you've only seen it once 11. Because...
Seen it once. No reason. No particular reason. Just never go back to watching it. So...
My question is, did you like it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
I did. But you can tell by the tone of my voice, I don't love this film.
Okay.
And I think that I like it because it's totally fun. And all the characters play their parts really well. Yes. Everyone's got a personality about them.
Even Don Cheadle.
It really lives in that sort of Rat Pack, ring-a-ding sort of thing. It lives in that sort of era, but it's also removed from that era. It's got a plot that just keeps going. I love the pacing of this film. Just keeps it going. It doesn't feel like 2 hours. It feels short.
2 hours, was it? Fuck.
And it's kind of charming through and through. It's very charming.
Very cool, charming, jazzy.
Cool is a very good word for this film, actually. It's cool.
Hence why I had it with whiskey.
Which might be the perfect drink to drink
Yes,
with it.
it fucking is.
But my question to you is what resonates with this particular film?
I tell you one thing I really like, and it's such a minor thing, this film. I love the screen wipes in it. I love that kind of style to it. It builds that kind of atmosphere of the film, the colours of this film. It's got that obviously orangey kind of look to it, hasn't it, with the casinos and stuff. It's got... I want to say the casting is fucking superb. I absolutely love the casting. Like, even you go from like... I can't remember the name of the other guy, but you got Casey Affleck with his twin character brother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guy. I like them, how they bicker a lot and they're really good. And I'm a bit of a fan of Casey Affleck. I take away Don Sheila. I don't take the mick out of him, but he tried his best, bless him. But you know, he does the whole like kind of basher story. He does it.
It's probably the worst British accent I've ever heard.
Yeah, isn't it? Then you've got Matt Damon, who you know he's the rookie. He fills into that role really well.
I was just doing a little bit of reading, right? Do you know who Matt Damon's character? He was supposed to be played by somebody else. Guess who? Mark Wahlberg. It's because Mark Wahlberg left.
Always gets them mixed up, those two.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg left, so they thought, oh no, like we need someone who looks identical to him. Where are we going to find that?
Matt Damon. So they got Matt Damon, who I thought really did really well. Then you have, interestingly, the acrobatic guy.
I recognise him. I don't know.
No, that's the thing. He's not. He's just he's a acrobat. He also purposely doesn't speak English in the film. Apart from, I think he says, "Where the fuck have you been?" I like.
That was Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Did he go on to do stuff afterwards?
I need to get the cast.
Sorry, you continue with the cast. I'll look at it.
No, but I'm saying I need to get the names of the cast, to be fair, because I actually don't have it. If I recall correctly, reading something, the purpose he got him, he either didn't know English or he just spoke his language. I don't know what language it is. So they wouldn't understand it, but they also they understand it, but you don't as an audience. There's no subtitles like that, but it's purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to fit in. It's like as if it's like he's being nonchalant about understanding like what he's saying and stuff. I love that. You got fucking hell, one of my favourite, Bernie Mac, Frank Catton. So I'm going to actually say the people's names. Bernie Mac is Frank Catton, and he's just fucking one of my favourite moments when he's going about like him and Matt Damon, and you know they're going like, "Call me racist or this," and he goes like this. He goes, "Who just like that?" He does that like flick of his hand. I absolutely fucking love that. Oh, where he shakes his hand like this, and he goes, "Well, we're taking about 16,000." He goes, 12,000 like this, and he goes, "Yes, sir. I think that would be good." You know, he's getting the van out of the thing. You got, I think it's Livingston, who's the IT guy. It's a bit of a little more minor role. He's just straight to the point. He's there. That's his character. Again, does it really well. Saul, fucking love Saul in this film.
Saul's great,
a great character.
Who plays him?
I feel like, good call, Kyle Rayner. And I feel like he's obviously been in the game a long time and they respect him. I think at some point, it doesn't specify it, let's say it, but it comes across he's some sort of mentor to them all. That's what I've got to think. Fucking love the guy, Ruben, Elliot Gold. Ruben is just he's the Las Vegas kind of guy. He's got like whole style as regards and stuff. I feel like I'm going to miss people. I obviously got Terry Benedict, Andy Garcia, the antagonist. I want to mention, I was on about the twin that I couldn't get. I think it's Scott Caan. The one I couldn't get. Oh shit, I'm on the fly now, of course. Now, what I really like, I haven't missed anyone. Oh, the amazing Yang is Shauba Quinn. Now, what I really like is the casting of Brad Pitt and George Clooney. So, say what you want about this film. You might not like it. You might not like heist films. You might not like the style. You might not like the charisma. Well, it's not anything, but you can't deny the charisma of this film through Clooney and Pitt.
Yep. They really make the film in a lot of ways.
They beyond it, because it's class. Because you got Clooney's like driving force of the plan. Yeah, Clooney's his right hand man. Much like if you watch Inception, you got Leonardo DiCaprio as the main man, and you got why is my man gone completely blank? His right hand man, who's in fucking 500 Days of Summer.
In what film, sorry?
500 Days of Summer. Who's the lead guy?
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I don't know why my mind went blank there. So he plays the backup man. He's his right hand man, much like Brad Pitt plays Clooney's right hand man. I absolutely love how Pitt's character, Rusty, that's it, of course. Rusty, a lot of scenes, he does one before, and he's going, at the very start of the film, he's the celebrity. He's like, I can only pay a check, and Rusty just looks at him. He goes, "Nah, cash will do." And Rusty just goes like that, says nothing. Yeah, fucking love that. The second part is with Rusty's like that, leaning down like that in the bar, and then Danny's like comes over and he goes, I think that's 11 people. No, 10 people. We'll do 10 people. You don't think 10 people is enough? Yeah, I'll get another person. Yeah, I like this. And then Rusty's just the whole part. Just
There's
like
absolutely nothing.
That's what
to
I
it.
mean. Chemistry, the answer each of the sentences.
And
stuff
one of
like
my, I think solidifies it straight away is that first scene together where they're doing the kind of, without saying a word to each other, they decide they're going to pull a job
and they're
on
trying
the
to call
group
out. Yeah,
that he's
they're
got.
trying to call out each other, but the group know because they're completely naive. They fucking don't know how to play like cards. What they're playing, I think it's poker, but not Texas. And they just pull that off, and it's just like at the end, it's like like old times. I wouldn't say they lead the film because I think each one has their own like kind of benefits to the film. I think the casting's superb, but for me, they do lead the charisma in this film.
Yeah, absolutely. They're great. The cast across the board is absolutely phenomenal.
And obviously, Julia Roberts.
Yep.
So we've got to mention her because obviously we're going about there. I did mention the antagonist.
But that's the thing with this film. There's so many people to talk about. There's so much stuff going on, and it's impressive how the director, Steven Soderbergh, how he manages to just give everybody at least a couple moments
Exactly,
each.
and that's what really works. That's what really works. Like there's classic moments with Julie Roberts and her chemistry with Danny Clooney. Where they sat at the table. But I love, we'll just watch the scene before we finish because we're on about the music. When she turns around and she's Danny at the end before he goes in the car. It does improve. I mean, you haven't seen the sequels. They do build on this actually a lot more. I'm not going to say the sequels are better than this. They're not. They are worth watching because if you like the cast and how they click together, do watch the other one because it does get fucking quite good actually.
Does the George Clooney, Julie Roberts dynamic
everyone
turn up again?
And more. You got, I can't remember what her name is.
For me, there was a slight dissonance between those two. And I think it comes down to the
Clooney
ending.
And Roberts?
Yeah.
Really?
Because they're quite good throughout. But then that ending where he decides he's going to come back, say goodbye. Then they show the video of, what's his name, saying that he'll take the money over her. And then she goes back to him. And I was like, why would you go back to him?
You see throughout the film, like, okay, so what happens is throughout the film, like, he went to prison. He didn't tell her he went to prison. She thought he just left her and ran away. Obviously, she probably found out he's gone to prison or something like that. She's kind of like, oh, fuck you never said anything, you never made an effort. He's just like, sorry, I came in, sorry, like that.
Sorry.
So he's trying to get back with her. All he's thought about in prison is her. She's tried to move on. It's been like, 5 years or something? She's like kind of moved on. Comes back, but you can tell when they sat down together, there's still something that she has for him because they're talking like this. And she's like, look at the body language, look at the way her eyes move and stuff like that. There is clearly something there. So, of course, at the end, she goes back because he's been fighting non-stop since he's been out to go for her. And what's his name? Terry Benedict.
It felt too cliche to go from the one interaction together where she's literally shouting at him saying, no, don't be here, go away. And he goes like, oh, no, I just came to say goodbye.
Yeah,
anyway.
but she's saying that for his own benefit because she cares about him because Terry Benedict can fuck him over. That's my understanding.
I don't think that's entirely how it's portrayed in the film. But then from that to suddenly just being like I want you back. Like, I've just lost this guy to I want you back. It was just slight dissonance. Anyway, speaking of the music, you were just telling me something really interesting about the music.
Yeah, so that scene where obviously the famous end scene with the Bellagio and the fountains and Julie Roberts goes out to George Clooney, Danny Ocean, it's fuck me, why I just had the fucking song, didn't I?
Which, side note, that whole moment is one that's always stuck with me, even though I've only seen this film once, is where they're all stood at the fountains of Bellagio. They're all lined up after this successful job. There's 10 of them now because obviously George Clooney's gone off to prison. And they're just one by one, they just leave. No one says anything to each other. The job's over. Again, they're successful.
The use of no dialogue. Just the looks towards each other.
He's very, very, very good, Steven Soderbergh. He's very, very good at using dialogue in a way which it's not always exposition, because it's obviously a heist film. It can very, very easily fall into just being exposition. So it can just be about explaining what we're going to do all the time. And he's very good at sidestepping that. He's also very good at giving you quiet moments where you don't necessarily expect it all the time, sometimes backing off on music. But this particular moment, he really brings in the music.
Yeah, so Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy, and he was like, who's Debussy? And I was like, Debussy is a famous French composer, which fair play.
Apparently I should know him.
Yeah, Claude Debussy is fucking awesome. Eric Satie, however you pronounce him, paired up with him, really good. He's actually where lounge music kind of came from, like kind of ambient music and stuff. Do you know, like listening to Sigur Rós now?
Yeah.
Way back, like years and years and years ago, start of the century. Right, piano music, you know, you used to get like people playing piano.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all kind of came then. Debussy helped him progress, and that's kind of like the foundations of a bit of history for you.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. So that's why I like Debussy. Part of the reason.
There's
Some amazing music throughout this film.
the film, like I said, lot going for it. I think one of the things that turns me off, and maybe part of a large reason as to why I don't quite click with it, being someone who really enjoys watching cinematography, I hate the color palette of this film.
Is it too orangey for you?
Yes,
But isn't that like the whole Las Vegas thing?
yeah,
And
but
they,
there's other ways of
deeply
doing
gone
it.
into the style. Yeah.
This film it's contrasty. There's lots of popping colors, and then there's very, very deep oranges. And that, yeah, you're right. It's naturally part of Vegas. Maybe it's part of the reason I don't like Vegas very much, but it's something kind of off-putting about that. And I get that that's kind of the point, but I think there's a better way of doing it. And it's just something that just pushes me
That's
back a
understandable.
little bit.
It is deeply orange. It is very much so.
It's deeply, deeply orange.
A funny story, a bit of shinfo. We actually, when he went to get married in America, we actually landed in Las Vegas, didn't we?
We did.
We stayed in Luxor. We walked down Shake Shack. Fuck me, what a great burger that was. We watched the end of the strip.
We went and had the most expensive drinks ever.
Across the Bellagio, there's this bar. It was like kind of Hooters.
It was not Hooters.
You know, it wasn't
It was
Hooters.
a rooftop
It pretended to be
beer bar.
Hooters. A rooftop beer bar pretended to be Hooters. Let's get a drink. All right, fuck me. The prices are at least $14 plus a tip on top. I thought, fuck that. I'm going to get the
And
really
tax. No, it's tax
expensive one. Oh yeah, tax on top as well. I paid $20 for a fucking pint. $20. And I sat
terrible.
there, and you didn't even drink yours.
No, I did. I took it with me.
Fuck this. I'm taking my pint with me. Yeah. So interesting story. Don't go opposite the Bellagio because they'll fucking rip you over. Rip you off. So yeah, I actually love this film. I love the theme. I texted him last night saying, "Fucking love this." I was with Alice and we were watching it, and I was.
What did you think of it?
She really enjoyed it. She hasn't seen it before, and she really enjoyed it. And she's quite nice. She knows the stuff about film, so she's going like, "Oh, I think this, I think that." She called a few things before, like the SWAT team. She called that. It was funny. She said earlier in the film, she said, "Oh, why do they need to? Why do they need to spend all this time making a rethink of the vaults, like doing their own thing?" I was like, well, you know, it's 150 million. You know, maybe it's only a little bit of money to get it out, a little bit of time later on. So,
You knew the twist and you tried to justify it for her.
Yeah. And she was all right. But yeah, I said later on, she was like, oh, fair play. Yeah, it was good. Really, I like this film. I always will. And I'll probably want to see this two sequels now.
It's really good. It's very, very good. And the thing with, it's one of those films where, like I said, saw it ages and ages and ages ago. Always stuck in my head as a film that I wasn't sure about. You know, the films that you've seen, but you don't quite have your mind up. You don't have it quite made up, and like how you feel about it. You don't quite understand why something did or didn't click with it, and you need second watch.
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad to have watched this again and watching it throughout. At any given point, I was enjoying it, but it's one of those sort of like it's a popcorny film, and like I'm not normally a fan of that sort of phrase, but it kind of is. There's nothing wrong with that, but it lacks a certain depth for it to ever break like top whatever films for me. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah. But there anyway, we've gone for a while, but there is Ocean's 11. You can let us know in the comments below what you thought of Ocean's 11, or you can hit us up on Twitter as always. We'll be back once again next week though.
I actually want to continue the trend of heist films. How do you feel about that?
I am so on board for continuing that trend.
Kind of like heist film. It's a bit of a heist film, but it's just kind of like I want to watch this film again. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It's kind of heisty. It's kind of not.
He picked a Western, ladies and gentlemen.
I actually fucking love this film.
So you can join us next week for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Get watching, and we'll see you back here.
It is a heist film, isn't it?